Hey, welcome back, guys. Today we will be discussing about the S3 Presigned URL, so which will provide the temporary access to your objects in your S3 bucket. So here's the documentation, AWS documentation on S3 Presigned URLs. Probably it pretty much explains the same thing what I just said now. So it basically says that you must provide the security credentials and then specify the bucket name and object key, so blah blah blah. The present URLs are valid only for the specified duration. So you could give a specified duration to your pre-signed URL, so that it expires after certain time. Like, for example, if you give 60 seconds or 300 seconds, your access to the bucket, your access to the object in your bucket will be expired, so that you will no longer be able to access it. Just to keep that in mind, anyone who receives the pre-signed URL can access your object. For example, if you have a video in your object, both bucket and objects are private, right? You can share the video generating a pre-signed URL. So just that is the thing that to keep a note of. And you have multiple ways of accessing your um, pre-signed URL. So one is using AWS CLI, which I'm going to do it today. You can use, obviously, you can you can get the pre-signed URL using one of these languages like Java, .NET, Python. You can generate the pre-signed URL using AWS SDKs. So today we will be looking at the AWS CLI and also Cloud Shell. So what I'm going to do today is so head over to this one. You can see different options. You can see different options like for the pre-sign URL. You can see the options here, expires, and this is what we're going to be setting for the AWS S3 CLI command. Expires in, which expires an object in certain time, as I said. um, there are various options you can play with, but today we will be looking at expires in. Hopefully, yeah, and there you go. You can see how you can call AWS CLI to generate pre-signed URL for your S3 bucket object. So as you can see here, AWS S3 pre-sign and your bucket name, and then you can give the options whatever you want. So for example, dash dash expires in so and so time, like 300 seconds or something. Yeah, as you can see here, this is way too long. We can't wait for such a long time in the short video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give some short value if possible. Otherwise, the default timeout will be 3600 seconds. Yeah. Let's head over to my console, AWS console, which I've already logged in. So I'm going to go to my bucket. Yeah. Uh, like so. Create a bucket. I'm going to name my bucket this bucket. Let's see. Hope it's available. Leave all these options default and just click on create bucket. Sure, somebody has already taken this bucket name. Let's say 123 create bucket. Okay, now I'm able to create a bucket. Just upload a sample file where I will be generating a pre-signed URL. So for example, what I'm gonna upload today. One second. So I have a whole bunch of files. I don't know which one to pick up. Okay, so I'm gonna pick one file. Yeah, click on upload. There you go. So you have uploaded a file. Yeah. Head over to your, just copy the S3 URL. Yeah. Just head over to the Cloud Shell. It takes a second to prepare your Cloud Shell. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this command, which we just saw somewhere here. Okay, this is fine. Yeah. Just paste it, pre-sign. and then you gotta give your bucket name. Oops, maybe I'm going to open it in another window and click your bucket name. Copy the bucket name from here. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, and then you could give something like expires in, and then 300 seconds. Failed length value. What is it saying is 0 and a valid min length is 1. Okay, just ignore this for now. Let's go 3. Okay, so what is it doing now? All right, something is wrong over here. AWS S3 Presigned parameter validation failed. AWS S3 Presigned release bucket 1 to 3. Ah, you know what? You got to give a full path like so. Slash oops S3, and then slash, and then file name. Let's go to that one. Oh, I would have done it so easily by copying the. Okay, anyway, mistakes do happen. So just paste this one, and you're good to go. Let's give it a flag now and see if this works. Expires in 300 seconds. There you go. So you got a complete URL. So let's open up and paste this URL. So there you go. I can see my image, my object, just by using a URL. So anyone who is using this URL will be able to see this image, will be able to download my image, because there is some secret token which is over here in the URL. Well, the presign URL is supposed to be used for a very short duration of time, so like 60 seconds or one minute, or 2 minutes or 3 minutes. But so that is the thing that we need to keep in mind, and that if your object is sensitive, so you might have to give a very less expire time, so that you make sure that it is not being hacked. So all right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't want to wait for another 2 minutes, so I just want to or maybe we can generate another object, another URL for just 60 seconds. Okay, all right, so you have created another presign URL which is only valid for 60 seconds. Maybe I can try this. Keep refreshing. I think after 1 second, because we have given 60 seconds, after 1 minute, this URL should expire. So hang on for a minute. Hope this URL expires. I'm just refreshing in the background. I'm just hitting Command R. Okay, refresh the page. Just hang on a second. Go to buckets, and all right, let's see if this expired. No, not yet. I'll place these URLs in the documentation, sorry, in the description. Probably it is, so you can directly jump onto this presign URL documentation, and copy these commands, whatever you like, and play around with these options that you have. Okay, so let's head over to the image again. Just hit refresh the page, and there you go. Now the access is gone just because of the time expiry on that particular object. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you very much. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I would really appreciate your views and comments. Thank you so much.